What's up, everyone? Welcome. Moses Plays here, bringing another Path of Exile video, and this time, cast wall channeling with a staff, lightning tendrils with arc. Yeah, so Shaper staffs have some quite interesting mods they can roll. This one has a level 20 cast wall channeling, as well as a more spell damage. Socketed skills deal 20% more spell damage. More spell damage comes from etheric fossils. I self-crafted this one. Took me about 350 fossils to get this extremely well-rolled staff. The only thing I was actually trying to get was, instead of that fire damage to spells, socketed spells are supported by level 16 to 20 power charge on critical strike, and if I were to get it, it would be amazing because it's another more multiplier and it's free power charges permanently. But I wasn't able to get it even after 350 fossils. Getting these exact three mods together is extremely hard. So still, we get on cast wall channeling and we get our more spell damage, so I'm pretty happy with the result. We also got increased critical strike chance for spells tier 1, some flat fire damage for spells, some cast speed, we're able to craft crit multi, and it is an Eclipse staff, which gives us global critical strike chance. Overall, without power charges, the chance to crit is 57.5. With the diamond flask, of course, with the power charges, it's going to be a lot higher pretty much all the time. So the idea here is we're casting our lightning tendrils, and arc will proc continuously. Just moved some gems around, so yeah. So arc will proc continuously. The links are lightning tendrils, arc, ice bite, added lightning, hypothermia, and increased critical strikes. Ice bite generates our frenzy charges and adds chill and freeze to enemies, which will proc hypothermia's more damage with hits against chilled enemies. This is important. So against while mapping, delving and whatnot, we'll use Ice Bite to generate reliably our frenzies. Against bosses, we'll use added cold because it deals more damage, procs our hypothermia, and we are in fact an Ascendant. This build is a Scion build. And as a Scion, I went with Raider for permanent frenzies against bosses and permanent onslaught as well. So we get onslaught at maximum frenzy charges all the time, and we get our frenzies, we get some small chance to dodge hits and additional movement speed. The second ascendancy is Elementalist, which is perfect for any kind of lightning type builds for the increased effect of shock, lightning damage penetration, increased effect of Herald, and additional Golem, which I have very little faith in, but in this build I did try and get myself a 5-link with Flame Golem, Ice Golem, Fortify, Minion and Totem Elemental Resists, and Minion Life supports. So we're going to try and see what happens there. Impulsas is amazing for this build. I've been using a lot of lore weaves and haven't used an Impulsa in like a year since it came out, so Impulsas for the extra clear, explosions, cascading, 9% of their max life is lightning damage is pretty huge. 5 to 10, one of the most important rolls. Of course on Impulsa, every roll is important. You kind of want to have, you know, a pretty good roll of everything. I managed to get this one for like 40C. Sniped it, or 30, 35, 40, something like that. Sniped it and grabbed it immediately. I managed to get the sockets and whatever links, but yeah, just a really good kind of like roll all around. For our reservation, we're using Wrath and Herald of Thunder. Wrath is also coupled with a Watcher's Eye that gives us lightning damage penetration while affected by Wrath. This rolls 10 to 15, divined a couple of times, got the maximum roll there. For other links and utilities, we are using Increased Duration linked with Val Righteous Fire that will give us a big boost to our spell damage at the cost of, you know, small percentage of our life. And then we replenish that instantly with either a Flask or with Leech. So Increased Duration, Val Righteous Fire, supported with Immortal Call and Cast when Damage Taken. Cast when Damage Taken won't cast Righteous Fire because it's too high level for that. It will only work on Immortal Call. So this is a 3-link, and this is a 2-link, basically. Righteous Fire, increased duration, and then cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, and increased duration. All in one 4-link setup right here. Power Charge on crit is linked to Orb of Storms, as well as Blind and Chain. Blind halves enemies' chance to hit you, which is huge defensive bonus for us. Chain will spread the effect of Blind and Power Charge on crit, you know, all around, across all enemies, and against bosses. We're going to be swapping Chain to Calling Strike to eliminate the boss whenever it has 10% or lower HP. Arcane Surge will be linked to faster casting and Flame Dash, and will be our movement skill. It will grant us the Arcane Surge buff, which is more cast speed, mana regen, whatever, and more spell damage. Right there. Other important things to note: the amulet, we have crit, multi, some life. You could get an Elder, I believe, or Shaper with Elemental as extra chaos damage mod, which will make it insane good. But, you know, that's the very top end of things. An amulet like this with just crit, multi is enough. Warlord's Mark on hit, pretty important. This is how we replenish our life and mod. This is how we leech, and while mapping, generate endurance charges. This one also has a little bit of cast speed, a little bit of life, some light res, and allows us to cap our resistances exactly for you know, for the Wise Oak elemental damage penetration, and entire, you know, flat elemental damage reduction with while the flask is active, which is what Wise Oak does. This is, you know, the Warlord's Mark on hit. Elder Ring is coupled with Mark of the Shaper. It gives us big boost to our spell damage if our other ring is a Shaper's item. The belt is crafted with fossils, metallic, which grants another lightning mods, in this case increased lightning damage, as well with life and resists for our build, some strength for additional life, and open prefix crafted some movement speed there. Another metallic / pristine 2-socket resonator slamming may give you the increased maximum life hybrid with life roll, as well as the nearby enemies have negative light res. So that's pretty good for us as well. This is pretty much as you can ask for a helmet, and I was able to get it, so awesome. Minion deal increased damage is irrelevant for us. You could get enchants of either Lightning Tendrils or Arc, but you know, I didn't, so there you go. For the boots, just life resists. You could craft boots with pristines or whatnot, but I just had these, so I'm using those. The enchant, attack and cast speed for mapping, lightning damage if you haven't killed recently, or damage penetrates 10% elemental resists if you haven't killed recently, again are going to be good for bosses. Socket in the belt is going to be a hypnotic eye jewel for spells. We'll just add a bunch of lightning damage while wielding two-handed weapon, and flat lightning damage to spells. Global crit multi could also be rolled here, and some life in this case. When it comes to the rest of the jewels, we already talked about that. This is a pretty strong jewel. It basically allows us to it grants all the small passive skill nodes in a radius without allocating them. So we are getting all this 3 cast speed nodes, all the spell damage nodes, all the 2 life nodes over here, and the movement speed, and of course the big crit multi nodes without allocating them. This makes it an expensive jewel. So this is like, I don't know, last time I checked it was 16. I'm not going to be surprised if it's 20 exalts at this point, because this jewel has been gradually just going up and up and up in value as more and more people discover its completely insane strength. So something to keep an eye for next league maybe. If you want, you can snipe it and then resell it, but honestly I would just keep it and use it pretty much on every Scion build that I will make, because for Scion it is absolutely amazing. Certain other builds as well, but especially for Scion because it's so accessible. Just 4 points and you get all the stuff. It's pretty incredible. Other jewels to note, we got some crit, you know, some lightning damage, some life. Over here, pretty much the same. Crit, increased damage and life. Intuitive Leap, first time I'm actually using, or second time I'm actually using this. Pretty nice little jewel. Allows us to allocate points inside a radius without being connected to the tree. So yeah, this one grants us nodes that are not connected, just gives us the bonuses. This one allows us to allocate without being connected to the tree, so we save additional points. In this case, I'm getting the Infuse for additional power charge, the Frantic for additional frenzy charge, and Nullification for additional life and resists. We are grabbing acrobatics and phase acrobatics because they're just absolutely amazing for a spellcaster. Just allows you to dodge so much more damage. Makes an awesome defensive, lair for every build basically that is not a juggernaut. Pretty much. Heartseeker for the crit, some life, another jewel socket, double crit multi, some crit chance, and some spell damage while wielding a staff. Other than that, just your generic caster lightning crit build with all the stuff that you want. I'm currently level 82, so let's see, we got 2, 4, 5, right? No, I cannot count. Yeah, no, this is 5 life nodes. Here we got 6, this is 7, so 7 life nodes, and you can get into these as well. This will require you 13. So yeah, at level 95, which is achievable, but let's say 91, 92, you can get up to here, and that's a lot more life. Currently I have 5.6k, and that's with Acro Phase Acro, which, you know, you don't have to take, and that's with Crackling Speed, which you don't necessarily have to take. You can unspec a little bit and go into life if that's what you feel like, but I personally just went for the damage and decided to fill in the life as I level up. So yeah, this is pretty much everything there is to say about the build. Now let's get in over here and kill some monsters. Hopefully I won't die, but I may, because this is kind of like exactly the first time I'm doing delves. Just kind of, you know, for you guys to know. Haven't been delving at all. This is area level 215, monster level is 79, and it's pretty much the first time I'm delving. Did just a little bit before I recorded this video, you know, just to kind of like feel it. It seems like the right difficulty for me to showcase on this video, and hopefully I won't die here, but I mean, there's always a chance you die. Delves are pretty rippy, and you never know what happens. Yeah. But for the most part, this is the build, man. It's, you know, you see the, you know, the explosions, the Impulsa, pretty strong. They all kind of like cascade everywhere. This, we don't need to level up anymore. Yeah, you want to keep your Immortal Call at level 1. Your cast when damage taken at level 1 as well. So it will kind of like proc, you know, continuously whenever you take some damage. And yeah, kind of like you want to teleport, make sure that your Arcane Surge buff is up all the time. We do have 4, 4, and 3 while mapping, so this gives us a bunch of damage. 168 tooltip, it seems. Hello. So yeah, this is the build, and it feels pretty freaking amazing. I'm gonna be playing this build in the next few days. There's a tier 3 Azerite node here, so let's go and do it. I'm gonna be playing this build in the next few days. Also starts a new ARPG MMO called Torchlight Frontiers. Right, yeah, Torchlight Frontier starts this Friday, which is in like 3 days from now. I'm actually quite excited about it, and inviting you guys to check in the stream. I'm going to be playing it. Yeah, an alpha starts, and I managed to get myself a key to the alpha, and you guys are welcome to come and check out this new ARPG with me. I think it's going to be pretty promising. It's from the developers. If you guys don't know Torchlight, I personally haven't played any Torchlight game. This is going to be my first Torchlight. It's a bit cartoonish for my taste, at least the previous ones were. This one is also keeping kind of like the same graphics, still cartoonish, but I don't know. I saw the presentation they had in PAX West, and I gotta say that maybe I'm ready for a Torchlight game now. I mean, I don't know. I'm very, very intrigued, very curious, and I gotta say, a bit excited, because it's been a while since I was excited about a new video game. You know, with all the Diablo fiasco, we're realizing nothing good is gonna come out of Diablo ever, right? They're completely screwed things up, and us up. Overall, I feel the community is pretty disappointed, and I'm a part of the community and pretty disappointed myself. So yeah, I don't keep too many high hopes for anything Diablo related anytime within the next 2 years at least. And of course, I've been talking about it on stream a lot, and I've been saying this for many years. Let's be honest, since I quit Diablo 3 many years ago. It's been like 3 years since I officially quit Diablo 3, and you know, it's been pretty much everything I said it's gonna be, which is nothing in a bottle, just an empty nothing going on in the Diablo world, which is very unfortunate, because you guys know I grew up on Diablo, and the one I was still, a few years back, I was still, you know, there's still video guides for me, you know, of me playing Diablo 1. If you guys don't know, Diablo 1 has the Beelzebub mod, which is in fact pretty freaking awesome. But there's only so much you can do, and there's no multiplayer. But I played it for like 3 or 4 weeks and had a blast. It is free to play. You can download it. You know, I made a guide about it. You can check it out. In the meantime, this build is doing pretty well, I would say, right? As we're talking about how failure of a game is Diablo and Blizzard in general. So yeah, I mean, this is all happening. Torchlight Frontier is coming. I am definitely going to try it. I don't know. I'm very, very skeptical. I'm kind of like a one game person type deal. Okay, there's a boss. There used to be a boss. So I'm kind of like a one game person type. You know, I don't like to play too many games all at the same time. I kind of like to stick to the one game I play. In the past year and a half, it's been Path of Exile, and I freaking love it. And they keep going, keep on adding more and more content. Very, very excited about the up-and-coming Betrayal League that we just saw, the trailers and all the information coming in. Probably going to get some more information. All just happened yesterday. So a bunch of new stuff is happening. I'm going to be checking out the Torchlight world in just a couple of days from now. You guys are invited to check it out, but until then, this was Caswell channeling Lightning Tendrils with Arc on a Scion, Pathfinder, and Raider. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to join the stream. I'm grinding every day. Could use some company, if I'm honest. It's been pretty slow. Yeah, but at least you guys are watching the videos. At least you guys are having fun. You know, there is some viewership on the YouTubes at least. So at least I'm helping out some of you guys, learning a little bit about the game. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye, friends.